Hello guys, welcome to the video. I hope you all are well. Today's video, guys, is for Season 5 Meta Bone Spirit, guys. Looking like Bone Spirit will be our strongest build in Season 5 because there's a massive changes to the overpower stuff in the game now, and Bone Spirit is absolutely cracked now. It's definitely going to do 150 guys now. On there's probably even higher. So yeah, rejoice Necromancers, this is going to be absolutely disgusting. Alright guys, done this to the best of my knowledge, and let's go through. First things guys is, of course, the Book of the Dead. We're sacrificing skeletal mages for the extra overpower damage, and we're sacrificing, as always guys, the Iron Golem for the extra critical strike damage as well. We're actually still using pets because I need a few pets in this build. The Bone Prison itself is classed as about 6 pets, I believe. And then we have some other base pets here, just Skeletal Defenders, currently on reduced damage because we want to keep them alive. And the reason is because of this, because we just need extra power here from Requiem aspect, okay? So maximum essence per active minion. So that's one reason why we've got some pets here. And also the Bone Prison is actually a minion, which is kind of strange. For other pets, guys, you can use, I'm using this one here just to keep them alive. They take 99% reduced damage, so they're going to be fine. But we can use Skeletal Warriors Reapers for the wind-up attack cooldown to help with you blast even more Bone Spirits if you want to. This one's probably the better one to use, but at the start, guys, use this instead. Remember, this is an end-game build, it's not a leveling build, and requires a lot of decent gear to make this work. If you guys want a leveling build, check out my previous video for Necromancer. It's a full Golem's pet build, and it will absolutely blast through the season start, and your levels super quick, guys. Definitely check that video out. Well then guys, so let's go to the gear first. So guys, the new Shaco Harlequin Crest now has been changed. As you master this up, you're going to get an enormous amount of cooldown, armor, maximum resource. The more resource you have in this build, the more damage the Bone Spirit does, because it's just the way it works. And also maximum life as well, and 20% damage reduction, and 4 to all skills. So this thing is best in slot. It's much better than, say, the Lucian Helm that is coming to the game, because that was actually brought down because it was just too strong. Though that would actually work on a pet build, by the way. Should be kind of good. New video for that soon. Brilliant, guys. So yeah, Harlequin Crest, guys, the Uber, or sorry to say Mythic, unique now, in Helm slot. And then, guys, we've got Hardened Bones aspect. Okay, so 25% increase damage reduction for you and your pets, which is great. And then ranks to Macabre skills, because Bone Spirit is Macabre skills. Essence per second to get a bit more recharge. Maximum life. Then Tempest, guys, Decrepify, and Total Armor. Lovely. Then guys, in gloves, we're using Aspect Serration. Also, a key essence passive also increases the critical strike damage of your bone skills by 1% per essence above 50 up to 25 to 40%. Okay, so this gives you just a huge damage boost. It's absolutely fantastic. Lovely. Okay, then so we rank to core skills, guys, because Bone Spirit is classed as a core and Macabre skills. So ranks to core skills. Intelligence, obviously, more damage. Crit strike chance, more crit chance we have, the better this build works. And then, guys, for Tempers, Bone Spirit damage, obviously, and then Corp Tendrils size, so that way you can just pull everything into one spot. Tendrils is really key to this build. Next, guys, is the super empowered Blood Moon Breaches. These got a massive change. They now have maximum life, overpowered damage just gone right up, curse duration, and curse skills as well. And it's got up to 150% increased overpowered damage now, guys, on the main proc. These are godly now. They're so good. Track boots, guys. These are new boots. Okay, so it has armor, movement speed, bone prison cooldown reduction, which is really nice. Remember, always spam that bone prison, guys. It's just going to be nuts. And then rank the bone skills as well, so it just all ties in perfectly. Bone prison traps a larger area. It's big, guys. It's like really big. And fires 10 to 30 bone splinters that enemy is trapped within. Increase your maximum essence by 2 for 10 seconds each time these bone splinters hit an enemy. So this is making your essence pool just massive. And Bone Spirit uses all your essence in one shot. So you're going to be hitting for like crazy damage. It's going to be good. Then, guys, weapon, we're using Imprisoned Spirits aspect. Okay, and you're using a one-hand mace now. Necromancers can now use maces and take advantage of the overpowered damage there as well. So, intelligence, overpowered damage, maximum life, Bone Spirit damage on the first temper, and then chance for Bone Splinters projectiles to cast twice. So, when the Bone Prison's going off, guys, can actually go off twice, give you more power and power cap. Fantastic, such good, man. So yeah, Prison Spite aspect, guys, when Bone Spirit explodes inside a Bone Prison, it does up to 70% of the normal damage, and Bone Spirit now prioritizes enemies within a Bone Prison as well. So we actually have a little bit of control now on the bone spirit. But right. Key to the guild, guys, is Banished Lord's Talisman. Okay, it's got changed a bit as well. Now it has maximum life. It's got attack speed on there as well now. Overpowered damage ranks to core skills. After you spend 275 of your primary resource, your next core skill is guaranteed to overpower. Your essence is going to be way above the 275. Okay, so pretty much every time you cast Bone Spirit, guys, you're going to get all your power back super quick, and you just be able to overpower pretty much in every shot. It's going to be absolutely filthy powerful. It's going to be cool, man. Crit strikes are overpowered, deal 20% to 60% increased damage as well. It's nuts. Okay, guys, so rings. Aspect of Torment. Critical strikes with bone skills, because we're really stacking a lot of crit in this, increase your essence regeneration up to 170% for 4 seconds. Okay, then affixes, guys, intelligence, obviously, then crit strike damage, then overpower damage, and then bone spirit damage on the temper. Then casting macabre skills restores your primary resource. Your macabre skills, of course, are Bone Spirit, Bone Prison, and of course Blood Mist as well. So when you cast any of these, it's giving you all your power back, guys, as well. So remember to rotate that. And when you crit Bone with your Bone Spirit anyway, you're going to get power back anyway. So all these things here, guys, makes it really key. It's really, really important to make sure you have that temper on your gear to make this work correctly. Because without that extra resource coming from macabre skills, you might not have enough power. And same for the other ring as well. Exactly same tempers, but this one, guys, we're using Requiem Aspect. Gain up to 7% maximum essence per active minion. And then we want Intelligence, Crit Strike, Overpower again, and it's the same tempers again. Okay, like I said earlier, you know, we've got some skeletons out as well to help go to the maximum for the extra essence. Every point of essence in this build is just so much damage. It's just nuts the way it scales. And remember, Bone Prisoners are classed as pets. I believe it's 6 pets. They've got the 3 on top as well. So lots of maximum guys from pets. Brilliant. Now, last but not least, guys, is the offhand. Okay, it's a focus. We're using Grasping Veins. Grasping Veins has been nerfed. It gives you 20 crit now for 6 seconds when you cast Corp Tendrils, and up to 40 CHD bonus. It's still worth using. It's very, very powerful. You can change this out for a utility item if you want to, but Crit Strike is king on this build because it's just disgusting. Then, guys, on the affixes, you want Crit Strike, cooldown, maximum resource. Really want to get a GA affix on that if you can. So the more resource you have, the bigger the boom. And then, guys, for tempers, Temper is the main hand weapon. Bone Spirit damage, and chance for Bone Splinters projectiles to cast twice. Brilliant. In weapon, guys, we're using Ruby because it's overpower, obviously. Ruby's in your chest leggings and armor and all these useful stuff for more HP. I've got Diamond here, but honestly, check your resistances on your character and put the corresponding gem in your amulet and rings to cap out your resistance. Okay, so Ruby for fire, etc., etc. Brilliant. Okay, guys, so let's go to the skill tree next. Let me just blow this up. Sorry if I sound a bit weird, guys. I'm a bit sick at the moment. So, sorry if I sound a bit strange. Right, guys, so as usual, just a couple of points anywhere. It doesn't matter. Okay, you just need to spend a few points here. Max out unlimited energy, guys, for an extra essence. And, of course, imperfectly balanced as well, because core skills do more, cost more, not essence, but deal 15% increased damage. So, basically, bones is the Bone Spirit. Huge risk, guys, for corpse generation as always. Blood Mist, remember this is a macabre skill. This procs the macabre power regen from the tempers. And guys, Blood Mist over here to corpse creates a corp Blood Mist, okay? So the idea is you curse a load of enemies, you Blood Mist into them, you're creating corpses. When you come out of that, you cast Tendrils. Everything gets pulled into one spot. Recast a Gripper if you need to. And then cast Bone Prison. Everything gets blasted. You see it actually shoot up through the roof. Then you cast Bone Spirit, guys. Watch everything just die. It's going to be amazing. 1 point, guys, is spiked armor, because spawns on pets, so your bone ball and of course your main pets as well, can proc lucky chance as well. That's why we have 1 point, and it gives you a bit of extra armor as well, which is always good. Lovely, guys. 1 point in Grim Harvest for Consume the Corpse, generates 2 essence, and it's mostly for Fueled by Death. You deal 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after you consume a corpse, okay? So, just as you do your main rotation, just take 1 corpse, and bang, an extra 9% there as well. Bone Prison, guys, fantastic. Another Bone Prison there with life that surrounds the target for 6 seconds. Maybe it's massive now with the new boots as well. It's really good. This one here, guys, it also makes the targets vulnerable as well, which is fantastic. You've got 2 vulnerables, Tendrils and this. Then you go down to here, guys. If an enemy is entrapped by Bone Prison, gain 25 essence, plus an additional 5 per enemy trapped as well. There's a cooldown one as well. If you're struggling with cooldowns, but you should be fine. Brilliant. Come down there, guys, and max out Death's Embrace as always. More damage reduction for you for when mobs are close, and 6% more damage as well, which is nice. Max out Amplify, guys, because your curses do an extra 12% damage. And then the Decrepify, as always, guys, for the debuff, the slow, the stun, and the cooldown. Okay, so all this will be going off all the time on your rotation. Don't worry, it's going to be blasted. And this really resets the cooldowns of your Bone Spirit much, much quicker. Down here, guys, the Tendrils, okay? So Tendrils will pull everything in for you, which is fantastic, and does a stun and a slow and a vulnerable, of course, as well, man. So big part to your build. And the Necrotic Carapace, guys, when a corpse is formed by your skills or your minions, you fortify for 6% maximum life, okay? So as you're making corpses, especially from Blood Mist, you're going to be fortifying and getting extra damage and damage reduction. Max out, guys, your Bone Spirit, obviously. Consume all of your essence to conjure a Spirit of Bone that seeks enemies. Upon reaching the enemy, the spirit explodes, dealing 112 damage to the target and all surrounding enemies. Damage is increased by 4x of each point of essence that is spent on casting Bone Spirit. Now, this is what we're talking about. Obviously, the new boots increase our essence as well, but like with the offhand, make sure try to get a GA maximum essence offhand if you can. It's a really important stat. And it just makes your damage go through the roof, guys. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. Enhanced Bone Spirit, guys. If Bone Spirit critically strikes, its cooldown is reduced by 7 seconds. And affects only weapons once per cast. Then down here, guys, your Dreadful Bone Spirit. After your Bone Spirit hits an enemy, you generate 30% of your maximum essence over the next 4 seconds as well. So you can take this one for crit strike, but this one's the best one, guys. You just want to keep your power up and just keep throwing out those Bone Spirits as quick as possible. Alright, guys, 1 point in Serration, the max out Compound Fracture, Ratification, and Evulsion. Okay, Compound Fracture, after critically striking 10 times bone skills, your bone skills deal 50% increased damage for 5 seconds. Okay, and remember, all our bone skills, like the little with the track all boots with the splinters going in, if they're critting, it's proccing this as well. It's really good. Then Evulsion, guys, your bone skills deal with 50% increased critical strike damage to vulnerable as well. We've got vulnerability from bone prison, and of course tendrils, and rapid amplification. Every 100 essence you spend reduces the cooldowns of your bone skills by 1.5 seconds. Brilliant, and we're spending a lot of power in this build. Awesome. Come down here, guys. Anything you need here is a Sparring Leader. While you are healthy, gain 12% increased critical strike damage chance for your minions and gain 18% crit as well. And last one, guys, of course, is the Ossified Essence passive. Your bone skills deal 0.5 increased damage for each point of essence you have above 50 per cast. That's why it's really important to get that maximum essence when you're offhand, especially. Brilliant. Right, guys, Paragon Tree is last. Let's have a little look. Let me just blow this up. Right, here we go. I went all over the place with this one, but I'll try to get as much HP in there as possible, guys, and all that good stuff. So on the first starting tree, guys, went up here, and we're doing, of course, Amplify. Bonus to magic nodes within range as well, so you get a bit of bonus here. And enemy affected by your curse skills take 10% increased damage from you and your minions. So curse, bang, damage, okay? Then, guys, next tree is Bone Graft, okay? Hitting enemies with bone skills increases your damage by 1% and your maximum essence by 2 for 8 seconds. Stacks up to 8% increased damage and 16 maximum essence. All those essence points can make even more damage than Bone Spirit. It's fantastic. Grabbed all the nose down here. Went up here, guys. Got the maximum essence here as well. I didn't take the essence on kill because I just didn't have enough points, unfortunately. So I couldn't get the essence on kill, but we should be fine for power gen the way the build works currently right now. So I've got all the maximum essence rolls here. We've gone up here, guys, and we've hit up on here on Corporeal. Okay, so bonus to magic nodes within range, so these are being buffed as well. And then you and your minions have an extra 10% increased physical damage and movement speed as well, guys, so we're a bit more mobile with that one as well. Brilliant. So I went up to here next. And we've unlocked Center Death, guys, for the damage and damage reduction near corpses. Okay, got a bit of Sharon's and got all the maximum life nodes here as well. And the last glyph, guys, is, of course, Dominate. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough points, guys, to hit these as well for even more overpowered damage, but I don't think we've got a lack of overpowered damage in this build. We've got absolutely tons, but there might be a way to tweak it so we can hit these extra nodes, guys, on top. Anyway, so for every 5 willpower within range, you deal extra overpower damage. When you overpower an enemy, all damage they take from you and your minions is increased by 12% for 5 seconds. Brilliant, guys. Then when I went over this way here to activate the new Bloodbath, Bloodbath got changes now. 70% increased overpower damage. Fantastic. We're done here, guys. The glyph here is Essence. Every 5 decks within range gives you increased crit strike damage, and crit strike damage. Crit strikes deal increased damage to enemies that are not healthy. Okay, so activate all this. Got all the extra life nodes here as well, guys, which is fantastic. And I went up here to the very last one up here, which is Control. Okay, so every 5 intelligence within range, you deal an extra damage to crowd control effects. We're crowd controlling all the time with tendrils and just base curse, man. It's doing that slow straight away with the Decrepify. Then we get an extra 20% extra damage, guys, as well on top. So you and your minions do an extra 20x as well on top, man, which is fantastic. And got a bit of shadow resistance there as well. And we come down here, really went on a journey on this one. Into Flesh Eater, guys, okay? Flesh Eater is fantastic. Consuming 5 corpses grants you 40% increased damage for 6 seconds. So before you do big rotation, when you see all those corpses on the floor, just cast Ray Skeleton, basically. And activate the buff. And then just use your rotation, guys, and nuke. And watch everything just die. It's going to be good. This one here, guys, is Gravekeeper. Bonus to rare nodes within range. So it's bonusing all these rare nodes within range here. There it is. So we get the extra elite damage and all that, which is lovely. So double dipping, basically. That's really nice. And then additional bonus, you deal 3% increased damage, up to 18% for every close corpse to your character. So very big modifier, which is nice, man. Then, guys, the very last tree I went into was over here to activate the extra HP. And the board is blood begets blood. So I just had enough few points to come in here and just max out, guys, this HP here. Because, you know, Necro's kind of squishy. And I wanted to make sure that we've got a lot of HP. We could sacrifice these points maybe for HP, guys, to possibly max out more up here. For Dominate, you know, we could go up here, maybe grab some more of these if you want some more overpower. But it's up to you, you know. You could always run a health potion, maybe, to offset the HP from there. But, like I said, you know, as a new player, I wanted to make sure that this build has lots and lots of damage and as much life percent as possible, okay? Because don't want to die, guys. Don't want to die, do we? And there you go, guys. That is the build. Definitely checking it out. Sorry there's no gameplay, because obviously the season's not live yet. I'm recording this on season launch day, and the season's live in about 3 hours from the time of this video. So definitely check out, guys, Bone Spirit. It's going to be absolutely nutty. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't level with this build, because it requires certain gear to make it work. But, definitely do minions instead for leveling. Just switch to this, guys, for the pit and stuff like this, because it's going to absolutely slap. Guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have fun in Season 5. Whoa.